Finally got my hands on 2023 Street Triple 765 RS. I've been waiting for this one for a while. This bike is crazy sick. It's hard to think, like, I have the 2022 and I never thought that they'd be able to make that better, and sure as shit they did. Like, this bike is sick. The styling alone, the new tank, the way the fairings wrap over. I've just been super pumped about getting this one for a while. As you know, the Street Triple is super near and dear to us just because it's the platform that we kind of started working with Triumph on. The Street Triple 675 is like our go-to for stunt bikes. So this is the new evolution of that same bike, but like on steroids. Like, I'm telling you, this bike is so good. So it just started raining here where I'm at. I actually rode the bike over here just because I wanted to kind of get some seat time on it. So this bike is the brand new 2023 765 RS. So the RS is the bad boy. The RS comes with Öhlins suspension, comes with Brembo Brembo monoblock calipers in the front, Brembo's in the rear. Also has the really nice Brembo Masters. You get the quick shift, which is amazing, and more than anything, the good thing for these is the new styling. So they have a new tank. The new tank kind of rises up and actually has like a little two-piece, which is kind of cool because it gives it like just gives it some different lines. Like, wouldn't be the best to make a stunt tank out of, but that's not the goal with this bike for me. I'm not trying to turn this into a stunt bike. I want to turn this into a good street ripper. Not even a street ripper, just an overall fun bike that you can go and have fun on, and just rip around. Good performance, good suspension, good braking, good looks, all of the above. The headlight, they've done quite a good job with the headlight. Like this little, I wouldn't even call it a windscreen, but you know, just whatever, a little flavor pop in the front just to bring that color up to the front. Same with the fender. So they did like a little two-piece fender, brought in some more of that color. Again, amazing brakes, amazing suspension, Öhlins in the rear. Exhaust isn't that bad for a stock exhaust, like a nice stubby exhaust that you don't really see. Kind of flows good with the bike. Tail section as well has the cutouts through the back tail so you can see through it. All these little things, look at the dual pipe stitching in the seats. I mean, just the attention to detail on all of the new Triumphs has been insane. Like, the fit and finish of all these new bikes, they've really put a lot of time into the engineering and trying to make these things as premium as they can. Like, it's crazy how good this bike is. So this bike started as a 675, the good old Street Triple 675, which, you know, or a Daytona. But the 675 engine is kind of where the roots of this bike came from. Now it's a 765, but it still has the same look and feel as the 675. Like, the power delivery is still the same, super linear power, nothing crazy, really friendly power. But this one even has more mid-range and more top end and even more low-end grunt. Like, this thing is pretty damn fast. Like, I don't know what we're gonna make horsepower-wise on this, but we'll know soon. I'm gonna put a power commander. We're gonna tune it. Gonna actually see what we can extract out of it. But all in all, this thing is crazy. Like, I know I keep saying it, but if you haven't ridden one of these, I highly recommend going and riding one just because it is so good. So like I mentioned earlier, I already have an SC Project exhaust for this thing. The exhaust isn't too bad stock. Like, I've even seen them where they have a carbon cover here, which looks pretty good for a stock exhaust just because it's short and stubby. I do have an SC Project exhaust on it. The only thing with the 2023 model is, I can't show you, but underneath, the header is one piece all the way to the cat. So you do have to get an older header from a 22 model and convert it to be able to put an exhaust on this thing. Kind of a pain, but you know, small thing. Headers aren't crazy expensive, so that's next for sure. The SC Project exhaust. From there, I got some frame sliders on order just because the goal is to keep this one stock. I'm not gonna bastardize this and cut it up and turn it into a stunt bike. This thing is gonna remain relatively stock for the most part. stock in terms of no stunt build, right? This thing's gonna have a little bit of gearing. It's more for performance and more for just like an everyday ripper that you can do a lot of the same stuff you can on a stunt bike, but without going crazy and turning it into a stunt bike and starting ripping everything off and cutting up the tank and taking off the headlight. I want to try to keep this one more of a ripper. But yeah, the goal is to just take this bike that's already, I'm telling you, this damn thing is good. So I'm taking a bike that's already good and I'm going to try to make it even better. Performance, looks, handling, all that stuff. We'll be riding it. I know I got a ton of build videos in the works. I got the Speed Triple RR, the Speed Triple RS, the 765 RS. I have a few other bikes I'm about to start working on, but the idea is to build all these things, show the process of how they come to life and how they kind of become what they're going to become, but at the same time actually ride these things, like show what I'm building them for. So we're close to being able to start riding these things and start showing the performance differences and how everything works, how it affects the bike, what kind of power we make, you know, tune these things. So all that's coming. So I'm super close to being able to get to ride these things and start destroying tires and start really kind of kicking the crap out of them, if you will. But all these build videos are leading up to something. So just bear with me on all these builds. Just showing you guys, you know, kind of behind the scenes of how we make these bikes to do what we need them to do for the videos that we're doing. But more than anything, just wanted to show you guys this bike just because I'm super pumped on it. Like this bike is one of the ones I'm really, I mean, who wouldn't be pumped with any new bike, right? I'm happy with any new bike, but this one especially, like this one is so damn good. So stay tuned. I'm gonna start building this, start taking it apart soon. And I will see you guys on the next video.